Good morning students. This is 11th standard botany video class, video 1. In this video, we are going to start the new lesson, secondary growth, that is chapter 10. Dear students, in this video, we are going to see the secondary growth in dicot stem and dicot root. Dear students, see the topic, secondary growth in dicot stem. First, we are going to see the vascular cambium. Vascular cambium is the example of lateral meristem that produces the secondary phloem and secondary xylem. So, secondary phloem and secondary xylem are totally known as secondary vascular tissues. Dear students, in the previous lesson, we have seen vascular tissue system consists of xylem and phloem. These tissues are arranged in the groups that is called vascular bundles. So, these vascular bundles contain xylem and phloem. They are produced from the procambium. Procambial tissue only produce xylem and phloem. Those xylem are known as primary xylem and primary phloem. But this vascular cambium, which is the example of lateral meristem, produce secondary xylem and secondary phloem, collectively known as secondary vascular tissues. Next, we are going to see how the vascular cambium is originated and its formation. Dear students, this vascular cambium is look like in the form of strip or ribbon like, which is originate means produced from the procambium, which is present between the xylem and phloem of the vascular bundle. So this one also we already studied in the previous lesson. In conjoined vascular bundle, xylem and phloem are arranged in the same radii. If the phloem facing the outer surface, that is said to be collateral vascular bundle. Between the xylem and phloem, 2 to 3 layer of cambial tissue is present. That cambium is called vascular cambium. So this cambial strip is known as intrafascicular cambium or fascicular cambium. So the cambium which is present inner side of the vascular bundle, that cambium is called intrafascicular cambium. Another one, a medullary race which is made up of parenchymatous cell producing the stripe between the vascular bundle. That cambial tissue is known as interfascicular cambium. So, between the vascular bundle, the cambial tissue is produced means interfascicular cambium. Inside the vascular bundle, the cambial tissue is present means that is intrafascicular cambium. So, this two type of cambium, that is interfascicular cambium and intrafascicular cambium, both of them join together to form a continuous ring-like structure is called cambial vascular ring or vascular cambial ring. This is important 2 mark question. Make a note in your textbook. What is vascular cambial ring? So both this interfascicular cambium and intrafascicular cambium, which are showing certain differences. The difference between two types of cambium is an important 3-mark question. First one, intrafascicular cambium. Second column is interfascicular cambium. First one present inside the vascular bundle. This interfascicular cambium present between the vascular bundle. Intrafascicular cambium originated from the procambium or first formed cambium. This interfascicular cambium originates from the medullary rays. Now only I told you, medullary rays, which is made up of parenchyma cell, which are forming the stripe-like structure between the vascular bundle, is known as interfascicular cambium. Okay. So initially, intrafascicular cambium originate from primary meristem. That means it is a part of a primary meristem. This interfascicular cambium, initially, it is a part of secondary meristem. So this is the differences between intra and interfascicular cambium. So next we are going to see organization of vascular cambium. That means what are all the organs or cells which is present in the vascular cambium. That is said to be organization of vascular cambium. The cells of vascular cambium do not fit into usual description of a meristems. That means these cells of the vascular cambium do not possessing the characteristic feature of meristem. These vascular cambial cells are isodimetric cell. That means both the sides are flattened structure. Isodimetric cells. Inside the cell, they contain dense cytoplasm, dense cytoplasm and a large nuclei. This vascular cambium possesses cells with a large central vacuole. That means the active vascular cambium possesses cells with a large central vacuole or vacuoles surrounded by a thin layer of dense cytoplasm. So this cambial tissue, vascular cambial cells contains dense cytoplasm and large nuclei. Some of the vascular cambium are very active. This active vascular cambium contains large vacuole at the center. This cytoplasm is surrounded by vacuole in the form of thin layer. So that is the cell structure which is present in active vascular cambium. Normal vascular cambium, a cell is isodimetric. Inside they are containing dense cytoplasm and large nuclei. Some of the vascular cambium are very active. Those cells contain central vacuole which is surrounded by a thin layer of dense cytoplasm. Next, the most important character of vascular cambium is presence of two types of initial. That is an important characteristic feature of vascular cambium. It consists of two initial cells, two kind of initial cells. One is the fusiform initial, another one is the ray initial. So these are all the two type of or two kinds of cambial cells. First one, fusiform initials. So these fusiform initials are vertically elongated cells. It will be lengthier and also vertical in position. This fusiform initial gives rise to longitudinal or axial system of secondary vascular tissue system, that is secondary xylem and secondary phloem. Secondary xylem consists of tracheiary elements, that means xylem trachea, xylem fiber and xylem parenchyma. Likewise, the secondary phloem consists of sieve elements, phloem fiber and phloem parenchyma. So that is the fusiform initial. So based on the arrangement of fusiform initial, the vascular cambium is divided into two types. One is the storied cambium and non-storied cambium. How it is classified? Based on the arrangement of fusiform initials. Dear students, see the diagram. Based on the arrangement of fusiform initials, they are divided into two types of vascular cambium. One is the storied cambium, that is stratified cambium. Non-storied cambium or non-stratified cambium. See the first one. The ray initials are look like in the form of hexagonal in shape or polygonal in shape. See the fusiform initials. They are, what is that one? Vertically elongated cells. Neelama irukku, lengthier in size. Light pink in color, that is vertically elongated cells. So the first one is the tangential longitudinal section of TS of cambium. First one is the storied cambium. Second one is the non-storied cambium. So storied cambium means the fusiform initials which are arranged layer by layer. See, at the base 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, like that. Layer by layer they are arranged. That type of cambium is known as storied cambium or stratified cambium. But in the second one, the cambial tissues are arranged one above another, not in the form of storied. So that type of cambium is called non-storied cambium. See the definition. If the fusiform initials are arranged in horizontal tiers. Horizontal tiers means in a ground level. If you are drawing the imaginary line at the ground level, means that it's said to be, what is that one? Horizontal tier. If you are drawing the line on the ground level, means that it's said to be horizontal tier. With end of the one cell appearing approximately another tier, they are look liking in the same level as seen in the tangential longitudinal section. It is called storied cambium. So that means they are horizontal tiers with the end of the cells of one tier appearing at approximately the same level. That means all the cells are arranged in the horizontal position. At the same time, the fusiform initials are arranged at one level or same level. That type of cambium is called storied cambium. So it is the characteristic of plants with a short fusiform initial. In another one, in some plants, long fusiform initials, they strongly overlap at the end. That is the important one. At the tip of the single fusiform cells lied above the another one or overlap at the end. And this type of cambium is called non-storied cambium or non-stratified cambium. So it one is the first one is horizontally arranged tiers, and also they are arranged approximately same level. In the second one, The fusiform initials are long. They are strongly overlapped at the ends. And this type of cambium is called a non-storied cambium. So this is the fusiform initial and the cambial type. Next one, ray initial. So these are the horizontally elongated cells. See the difference. Fusiform initial means they are vertically elongated cells, but this ray initials are horizontally elongated cell. Kurukku vaatla appdin solrum. Vertically means neel what the lengthier. Okay. Horizontally means widthwise. So horizontally elongated cells, they give rise to the ray cell and form the element of radial system of secondary xylem and secondary phloem. So these ray initials are arranged horizontally elongated cell. So these ray cells form the element of radial system of secondary xylem and secondary phloem. So next we are going to see activity of vascular cambium. Dear students, in the previous paragraph we have seen intrafascicular cambium and interfascicular cambium join together to form a continuous ring-like structure is called a vascular cambial ring. This vascular cambial ring, when it is very active, which cut off new cells both towards the inner and the outer side. So when the cambial ring is very active, so this cambial ring is cut and form a new cells both outer side and the inner side. See the diagram. This is the portion of a cambial cell. So this cambial cell which cuts off, see the second diagram, they are forming the layer inner side, then outer side also they are producing layer. So in the second diagram, the cambium which are producing, that means cut off and producing the layer inner side, is known as first formed xylem. Then again the cambium cuts off and produce another layer, that is known as second formed xylem. Third one, that is D diagram, cambium which forms another layer is known as third formed xylem. Now, how phloem is formed from the cambium? See the first one, cambium. They already formed three layers of xylem, first, second and third. Likewise, they produce outer side, that is pink color, first formed phloem. Inner side means they are producing layer by layer xylem components, first, second and third formed xylem. Likewise, outer side, which is pink in color, they are forming the first formed phloem. Then outer to the first formed phloem they are produced, that means inner to the first formed phloem they are produced second formed phloem. Likewise, they are produced fourth formed xylem in the xylem components. So most probably all the layers are produced outer side of the layer. So first formed xylem, then outer to the first, second, then outer to the second, third, outer to the third, fourth. Likewise, first formed cambium. Then inner side they are producing second formed phloem. So xylem is always produced layer by layer inner side, then outer side they are produced the phloem component. So this is the diagram which are showing how secondary xylem and phloem are produced from the vascular cambium. So the cell which are produced outward form the